Alright, so this is gonna be another car video. I don't know if y'all like this. I don't usually pay attention, like, I don't even know how many views are on my channel right now. Probably not very much. I know that. It seems like my videos aren't getting out there. It's fine. I don't know the algorithm and stuff quite yet. Um, so I put some applications in. Decided to settle down somewhere. Gonna be here for a while. Gonna work hard on starting. Yeah, I gotta work my way up. Build up my work on um, work on my credit. I have, because my life is choices. Again, if you never experienced actual addiction, I'm glad you haven't. It just it's weird. You don't care, you don't think about anything besides that. So now that I'm clean and I'm working on this stuff, now it's time to get back on track as far as pay off all my debt, pay the money back that's borrowed, start paying, living inside of my means, and actually being a productive member of society. Um, I don't take it for granted. I hate that I was, addiction's real. I don't care. Like, it's going to, my head's fighting me because I'm like, you're not a good person because, you've, don't get me wrong, it's not like I've always relied upon somebody else. I moved out. I got kicked out of when I was like 15 and got a job and had houses and cars and all this stuff and worked and all that, But over the past, I just got lost in the completely, I don't know. I wish there was a way to see how bad it got, Wish I could paint you a picture, but, homelessness and an IV user of plethora of any and all substances, didn't matter. Um, Hospital trips and overdoses, and it was just not good, man. And it does something to your psyche. It literally makes it where you don't care. So somebody from the outside that doesn't understand, or what's even more dangerous is the people that have used before and consider themselves addicts, and then they judge another addict off of them, saying, well, I quit, why can't you? That is extreme, because everybody's different, and they go to the extents they go to, and it affects people differently. Everybody's made up of different chemicals, and it affects people differently. And so me sitting here fighting with myself, saying that I should be further on in life, I was addicted, wholeheartedly addicted, not caring about anything besides that for the longest time. So, yeah, I am doing what I know. I'm clean. I'm going towards rebuilding, and however long it takes, however long it takes. I don't know. There's not a expectation on the announce. I'm literally going to, because I don't care. I'm literally going to work hard and be productive. Pay taxes. I haven't paid for a little bit because there's a certain amount of living in Texas. I think it's like 80, I don't know, around 8,500, but I haven't made more than that for the past, I don't know how many years. So I haven't even done my taxes. I'm saying that on here. I think that's just how it happens. You don't have to, if you don't make below a certain amount, you don't pay taxes. I read that. I was actually doing my taxes one year on TurboTax, and it said that. So I haven't done anything with taxes because I haven't made more than that. But I'm gonna start paying taxes, and yeah, it's just that time. I am older, and some people might look at it and say I should have already been doing that, but honestly, it's what happened. I was a complete drug addict loser, and I don't want to say loser. I was a drug addict, and it took over my life. That's just where it is. Because some people struggle with drugs, and they're still struggling with drugs. I know people that are extremely, up older, and they're still dealing with it. And there's hope out there, and I don't want anybody to think that there's not. I don't want anybody to think that there's not. I will always fight for you. and be around, and I'll listen. It's extremely important that sometimes you have to man up and go through stuff. Sometimes, though, it's important to let those emotions out, because I can tell with my mom's age, like that era, they did that. They shoved their emotions down, and you have extremely grumpy old men. You know, like, don't get me wrong, they're considered a man's man, but it doesn't make you any less of a man if you have emotions. It's a sign of strength as well. It's for somebody to be secure enough in their manhood. That shouldn't even be a conversation. You know, even think about that. Secure enough in your manhood to show emotions. That doesn't make sense. We are human, and what we go through, we go through. So if you have emotions and you're a dude, you'd have emotions and you're a dude. If you should decide to shove them down, that is what it is, and you decide to shove them down. But don't give me this, you don't have emotions. There's sadness, there's anger, we handle them differently, and we're able to put them aside if need to, whatever, but it doesn't mean that you don't have them. So stop, I don't know, acting like you don't. This doesn't make sense. That's just not how stuff goes. But so yeah, tomorrow is Sunday. I'm gonna try to go to church. Oh, I had a meeting with these kids. They're cool. When I say kids, they're literally like 18, 19-ish years old. They were missionaries, considered elders. They're Mormon, or they follow the Book of Mormon. The church is Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I set it up from talking to Stockton the other day. I wanted to know more about it. Didn't really get into more about it. Literally, it kind of upset me. But they didn't upset me. I want to say that. But I'm tired of fake. I'm trying to be careful because I don't want them to think, I'm sure they won't ever see this, but I don't want them to think I'm saying this towards them, because I'm not doing that. It's the overall religion thing, the structured way to God. Biblical, Jesus met them. He went to them and met them where they were. And it wasn't about how you looked. It wasn't how you dressed, tattoos or money or lack of money or status. Literally, it was kind of the opposite. If you had money, you literally got brought down. Humility, But, yeah, it's gotten to be fake. Back in the day, I believe in miracles. I believe that God doesn't change. I believe that He approaches us differently because we have... When you sit down and talk to somebody, you have to meet them where they're at, right? And throughout the Bible, you see Jesus meeting people where they're at. So why would it be different today? Society has gotten to a point where it's hard now. It's where there's this influx of information, and there's so much information. It's overdrive. It's hard. So what does God do? He meets where we're at, wherever that might be, and I wholeheartedly believe that. So the way to God isn't differently, but God comes to us where we're at. So it might look different than, whatever. I guess there's a place for buildings and churches and stuff, but even the translation from the original, what it used to be, it was Kerche, Kirche. It meant a following, like a fellowship. And throughout the Bible it says, learn this and then go teach the gospel. Spread, when I say gospel, I mean good news of Jesus coming and dying and all that stuff. Sweet, man. But sitting in a church pew year after year after year and wearing that pew down and get with people and talk to them and whatever, have a good time, man. But that's not what it's about. It's about reaching other people. This is a digital age, so this is going to be a lot of that, man. This is spreading the gospel. And there's a guy in the Bible, his name is Saul. I'm almost out of time. His name was Saul. He was literally persecuting Christians, killing them, murdering them, taking them before all this different stuff. And he was on his way, and he got struck blind, and God changed. He was blind. He had to walk to a city. God changed his name right there from Saul to Paul. Paul went on to write a lot of different gospels, and they tried to, all this different stuff, and he became this ultimate man of God. But God met him in the act of him murdering people, murdering Christians. There's something to that, man. Anyways, love you guys. If somebody has not told you today that they love you, remember that I do care for you. I promise I do. Reach out to help. Get help if you're dealing with addictions or mental illness. There's help out there. I promise. Love you. Talk to you soon. Watch my videos. I'm gonna keep on doing it. Anyways, love you. Boom.